so great speaking with you again.
Likewise.
I had the opportunity to interact with you a few months ago, earlier this year. And I had almost like a follow-up question, but I'm really hoping that other people would benefit from it as well.
No need to hope. You can trust if you wish.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I choose to trust that.
Thank you.
And so I just wanted to ask, as a general thing, is there a way to tell when you are being challenged in order to grow, and when it's a positive challenge in your life, and when it's just a massive road sign telling you to turn around and go in the opposite direction?
Well, aren't those two examples, you could say, two sides of the same coin, you think?
They could be, but maybe in a slightly different interpretation. So is there maybe a permission slip to train my intuition to like discern better?
All right, well, you're constantly speaking with yourself. So your connection with your higher self is 24/7. There is no interruption there ever. You get to play, in a sense, with this route of communication constantly through your every single day moments. When you feel intuitively guided to go do something, or as you colloquially often say, to follow a nudge, you, in a sense, get the opportunity, you gift yourself the opportunity to explore your relationship with your higher self or your inner being in that way by acting upon it. This is actually why the formula that has been shared by us and other hybrid, you could say, family members of the same lineage with you so many times, that is why the formula contains the word act right there at the beginning. Act on your highest excitement to the best of your ability until you can take it no further without pushing or pulling and without insisting on a specific outcome, whilst keeping up, you could say, an optimistic outlook on life and on whatever type of results or reflections you invite into your version of reality as a result of acting the way you did. By consciously, you could say, tracing yourself, observing yourself as you go through your day-to-day life and allowing yourself to act on this formula as much as you feel you are capable and feels in the flow for you. Again, no pushing, no pulling. It will show to you, you will become more and more familiar with what nudges really are the voice of your inner knowing, and you could say the communication constantly being offered to you from your higher self, and what nudges actually are not, or are more little voices from the rational mind, perhaps inviting you to go and explore a lack belief, for instance. And then you will most likely manifest for yourself what you stated as an example in the beginning, some type of brick wall that you will then hit that will invite you, perhaps in not such a subtle way, to turn around and go do something else. But that hitting of the brick wall is part of your desire to grow spiritually. And without that brick wall right there, and without you walking into it head first, you would have denied yourself an essential stepping stone on your staircase to more spiritual growth. So this is part of the exploration. It is part of the journey. It is an essential part of the journey in you training yourself to get to recognize the voice of your higher self more, quote unquote, accurately or directly or immediately. Do you understand what we're saying?
I think I do. Yes, I really appreciate that. I think it's just my personal guidance system is not really working that great at the moment, because I feel like I did walk into a brick wall, and I feel like I'm probably walking into a brick wall once again.
All right, how exciting. But that actually really means it is working. It is working brilliantly. None of you have a defect higher self. The only thing that you might be experiencing is the quote unquote gap energetically that lies between what you may have chosen for yourself, you wish to expect to be a certain outcome, and the reflections that you are in fact allowing to manifest for you. That may feel as a resistance, but that also reveals to you that you have been putting some type of insistence on what the outcome ought to be of your actions. Do you think that that might be what you've been doing?
Yes.
All right.
I'll have to really listen to that as well.
Is it possible that you may have been expecting certain outcomes? And is it possible that as a result of that right now, you are experiencing resistance because you've been pushing yourself, simply said?
I think I'm just scared of, I understand that on the spirit level, I'm going to be fine and I'm going to like survive either way.
You are fine. You are fine right now.
Yes.
But go on, continue.
Yes, I do feel that I'm very grateful that I have not lost that connection, but I have still experienced lots of like physical, just physical effects, challenges, complications, that sort of thing, which make me kind of scared for the, just how much pain there can be in the physical incarnation.
All right. So you could say that on a physical level, you felt slowed down, right?
Yeah.
All right. Why not take that message from your body to heart and see if you can, how you can flow with the messages that you have been offering yourself right now through the reflectional prism of your body, which is telling you to slow down. That may, in fact, paradoxically help you to take the pressure off the situation to some degree. Surrender with what is, and paradoxically, you may take the pressure off. Some of the pain may go, and some clarity may, as a result, seem to be more effortlessly perceivable to you. For many of you, the way your society has been set up, you have co-created it in this way by choice, even though perhaps not consciously, subconsciously to some degree, you have turned it into, as many people call it, quite a bit of a rat race. If you push yourself for whatever reason to keep up with that pace, with that tempo that is not originally yours, you may begin to feel as if you have lost connection with your higher self, as if your inner being's voice is no longer audible, perceivable to you. You may then manifest for yourself, quote unquote, challenges that force you to some degree to slow down, so that from the silence of having to sit down with this situation, as you have allowed it to manifest for you, force you to be present in the here and now moment in silence or in a more flowy way, because now you may have time to listen to your favorite song or do something that otherwise you wouldn't have gotten to do within the belief system of your very busy agenda or the goals that needed to be met and so forth. Now you can gift that to yourself. And then the tension that is being expressed and reflected back to you by your body at this moment may ease a little bit, may soften a little bit. And then the inspiration, the intuition, and the imagination that is constantly guiding you can be more clearer perceived. Do you think you can give that to yourself and play with it in that way?
Yes.
All right. Well,
thank
up
you
to you.
So
we send you our unconditional love and thank you.
Thanks so much.